Well, it's the start of the holiday season. And you know, at the beginning of this holiday season, I was really wondering, what is it about Christmas that's lost its magic? And what can I do to maybe get some Christmas magic back? It's a beautiful day in my neighborhood, and I'm out. There's Christmas decorations. A lot of people decorate in my neighborhood. And there's some displays that look really magical. I hear a lot of people kind of talk about this, that Christmas just doesn't have its romantic feel, or they've kind of lost the spark. And I think it's that Christmas magic. So I kind of sat down and did some journaling about what is it that I used to do that made it so magical, even after my kids left. And then, I don't know if it's because I'm older or why, but it lost its kind of allure. So, one of the things I realized was, we used to anticipate Christmas. It was this big thing that was coming, and there were so many things that we anticipated that weren't instant. I mean, get my kids together and we would all get real excited about Charlie Brown's Christmas coming on the TV, or Rudolph, and we would gather around the TV and we would all sit there and we would watch the show and have popcorn, and it was an event that we anticipated. Well, now, it's like with my grandson. He just gets on his tablet and he can just watch them anytime he wants to. There's no anticipation. You can just rush right into that and just, however you want to enjoy it for the day, It's not an anticipated event. Or, there's the lights. I love Christmas lights. And I have some videos planned with Christmas lights involved. And, we used to pile up in the car, and, and we never knew when it was going to be. It was when it was warm enough for us to roll the windows down and go out and enjoy the lights. We have a display at the university here, and it's huge, and we get out and walk it, and we would do that. And even after my kids were grown, and they would come here, and we would go do that, and then we stopped. We stopped going to the fantasy of lights. I don't know. It was one of those things that became something we didn't do. Oh, there's a cool snowman over there. He's all shiny. I'll have to look at that at night. So, and I've already done that this year. Reinstated that tradition. When my older son and his fiance were here, they came Thanksgiving evening and spent the night. Instead of just sitting there watching the football game, we loaded up in the car and we went to the Fantasy of Lights. And it did bring back some of that magic of Christmas. How fast it disappears. How little it takes to get that back, And that brings me to the fact that, we connect with friends and family. We used to connect. And in a world today that we are so instantly connected, we have become so disconnected. You know, we eat the meal, we sit in the living room, and everyone's on their phone. Look at those Christmas lights. They're hanging on the fence. So, you know, what about, and I thought about this, you know, what if we got a basket, put a Christmas bow on it, and when you show up, the phones go in the basket. Everybody's phone, you know, for a certain amount of time. Like when you eat the dinner and after the dinner, and, you know, we used to play cards, and we, at my family's gathering, we used to play chicken dominoes. And it's a game that takes a lot of time. We could all play it. It was a lot of fun. It was so much fun. That's the magic, the connection, the enjoying each other. Now you can sit, you know, in your living room and watch YouTube TV or YouTube, and you can connect, and you can connect on here, but it's not watching the YouTube. It's commenting and commenting back to my community. That's what connects me to y'all. And there's a lot of you doing Vlogmas, and it's kind of fun, and it is a connection. But not if I don't comment, not if I don't expend some energy besides just consuming. And then I have to get out and create. Another thing that I noticed that has kind of removed the magic for me is the spiritual aspect of Christmas. You know, it's the reason for the season. We hear that all the time. But when's the last time you went and saw a live nativity scene? They used to have them all the time. I'm going to see if I can find somewhere that's doing a live nativity scene. I haven't heard of one in a while. So, and then a candlelight Christmas service. You know, those things that remind me the reason. And that the gifts are about the wise men bringing gifts to the child born. And those type of things, to remember that. And you know, and then it was about going out and shopping to find just the right gift for those special people. And then wrapping them and enjoying that and knowing that I had handpicked this gift for someone I love. And now, sit in your pajamas in front of your computer and do your shopping. You know, Black Friday used to be a one-day thing. Now it lasts for 2 weeks. And then you top it off with 2 more weeks of cyber stuff. Cyber Monday that lasts 2 or 3 days. Not just one day. So, where's the magic gone? It's not in the anticipation. We've removed some of the anticipation of Christmas, of waiting. It's instant. Everything's instant, but not magic. Magic happens with the anticipation. So, some of the things I jotted down that help. I know one Christmas, I did a video about this. I'll post it. I'll post it right here. About not decorating one Christmas. Kids grown, doing their own thing. Nobody coming to my house for Christmas. I was single. We would go we got to where we would go to my sister-in-law. She had a bigger house, and it was a good congregating place for everybody. And then my mom could come to her house. And so I didn't decorate one year at all. I would go home to a dark house with no tree and no lights. And by the end of that Christmas, I said, I will never do that again. So I drag my stuff out, I decorate my house, and I do it for me. Slow down and enjoy the holidays. Anticipate. Plan little things. You know, let the season unfold with anticipation. Don't rush through it. Everything is quick and fast and done, and let's put the decorations up and let's get her done, as we say here in Texas. And then the experience of family and friends. To experience. My husband's family, we stopped doing gifts. No gifts for nobody in that family. And what we do is, after the holidays, like the first or second weekend in January, we go out and do a family experience together. And that is our Christmas. We go somewhere and eat, and then we go do something. We've been hatchet throwing. We went bowling last year. It was so much fun. But it was about the experience. No cell phones included. It was just us and a good time. So these are just some thoughts that I've pondered at the beginning of this holiday season. Maybe you could do one thing that might bring back the magic of Christmas. I've already done one thing. I went to the Fantasy of Lights, and we had a great time. That video will come out somewhere in this Vlogmas. My house is decorated. It's been decorated since like the weekend before Thanksgiving. I did it early this year so that I could savor and enjoy and anticipate the holiday season. It's about the feeling, not how good it looks. As I was getting ready for this video, I kept thinking of the song. Where are you, Christmas? Why can't I find you? Well, Christmas lives in here, in our hearts. I want to feel the magic. And the most important thing, as I always say, is during this Christmas season, is to be you.